Welcome to Turnpike Sports. I'm Dave Weishuttle, and as always, I'm joined by producer and co-host Doug Weishuttle. Doug, how was your festive Thanksgiving weekend?
It was okay, and then it was spoiled by having a week of jury duty.
Oh, jury duty. Hey, it's your obligation as a U.S. citizen to go to jury duty and fully participate in the judicial system.
It's my obligation to participate. It's not my obligation to like it.
Yes, I know. Well,
and boy, did I pay for it, too. Spent an entire day in there, and in case anyone can't hear it, my voice is gone. And it's just a scratchy
What were you doing,
here.
yelling?
No, I was obviously I was sitting next to basically everyone that had a cold.
In the jury room,
yes.
Huh?
And also in the courthouse when they bring you over into – it was a criminal case. So I was sitting next to another guy who was sneezing and coughing and wheezing all the way through that too. So I couldn't get away from it.
Well, the fact that you're here shows me that you were not picked for the jury.
I was not picked.
Okay.
I was excused.
You were excused? Okay. Well, they never pick lawyers to be in the jury box, which is probably a smart move by the defense attorneys and prosecutors in the case. But how was your Thanksgiving? I found out that Thanksgiving was one of the biggest betting weekends of the year. And from what I've been talking to people about, it seems like a lot of people have placed bets. How was your financial situation over Thanksgiving?
Finances were fine. Games were great.
Games were great. Yeah.
And quite honestly, we can stop saying certain holidays are going to be big betting things because I think everything is going to be a big betting day. You're going to see almost every weekend have something that the bettors are going to love.
Well, one of the biggest betting events, you have to call this a betting event because they really revel in the fact that they were betting against each other, was the Phil Mickelson and Tiger Woods.
Well, they weren't betting against each other.
Whatever you call it now.
They weren't betting against each other.
No.
They were betting on it, whether or not they were going to do. And also, a lot of it seemed contrived, to be honest with you, because they were mic'd up. And honestly, I thought it was going to be a little bit more back and forth in terms of good-natured ribbing kind of thing, but
sure.
I don't want to hear them talk about their kids. I definitely did not want to hear him huffing and puffing.
I know, that was the big thing on Twitter. Boy, apparently they expended some energy there because they were huffing and puffing. I guess they were mic'd up, and they were really huffing and puffing. I got to tell you, I really lucked out. There's a bar close by to us who was actually showing the entire match all day, so it was fantastic.
He was showing his Bleacher Report stream.
Yeah, there was. Apparently he had Bleacher Report on his computer, and he hooked it up to the big screen. And he hooked it up to the big screen, which was great that he had. And I got to tell you, it was a lot of fun. I did bet on holes, and I did win. So I won money.
Honestly, I think golf may be the best in-game betting sport right there.
Well,
maybe we'll get to the next one. So
MLB might disagree with you on that.
But here,
one.
Before we move on from the match, that's what
it was called, the match. I called it Golfapalooza, but the match is good.
From what I'm reading, even though they had trouble with the stream, and a lot of it went
choppy.
Down, well, again, Bleacher Report was expecting 100 to 150,000 people. They ended up getting 750,000 people. So they weren't ready for that kind of traffic. And that 750,000 doesn't even include the pay TV options.
Wow.
So there was a lot of people watching this. We'll see if they get their money back because after a while I think Bleacher Report was offering it for free.
Yeah.
Because they just couldn't handle the traffic.
Yeah.
And from what I also understand, every single sponsor that sponsored, they had like 6 sponsors for the entire match, they all signed up again for the next one.
Wow,
so there is going to be a next one. I don't know if it's these two guys, but it's going to be another pay-per-view match.
I got to tell you, it was kind of fun, especially when you're betting on the holes. you do tend to stand up and watch it more intently. Watching, I went with Phil Mickelson a lot because I think the smart money was on Phil Mickelson, and he turned out pulling it out, but. No, it was a fun time. It was a great experience, and I hope they do it again. And plus, for all you college football bettors out there, boy, they had one hell of a 7 overtimes.
7 overtime game.
Boy, I hope you bet the over on that one.
I've never seen a 7 overtime game, but again, that's the new college overtime.
Yeah.
I guess it's not new anymore. Was it 10, 15
Feel bad
years
for
now?
LSU, but hey,
I feel bad for the coach who got doused, thinking they had won the game, and he had to spend the next 6 overtimes in soaking wet clothes.
And sticky Gatorade hair. You know?
Yeah. And luckily it was just Gatorade then, so it could have been a hell of a lot worse.
So like I said, it was a busy time this week, so let's take a trip down the Turnpike. And I want to remind everyone, today's trip down the Turnpike is brought to you by Drizzly, your online liquor store. Available in over 95 cities across North America, Drizzly offers a huge selection and competitive pricing with a side of personalized content. Now there's no need to leave the house. Get alcohol delivered in less than an hour by Drizzly. Head on over to drizzly.com and order today. And now get $15 off your first order of $30 or more when you use promo code DRINK15 at checkout. That's DRINK15 at checkout. Shop beer, wine, and liquor with drizzly.com.
Exit 1.
All right, now we just alluded to it right before we went
hinted.
into this. MGM has struck again.
Again.
This is the deal of a lifetime, I guess, for them. Because
again.
This is the most all-inclusive deal they've ever had so far. Into 3. They just did a deal with Major League Baseball.
Okay.
The guys who said they were so staunchly against
well, they all said it,
betting.
but now, I guess they...
now they've changed
gambling
their tune.
won them over.
Now they've changed their tune. The head of Major League Baseball, I can't think of the guy's name. Manfred. He has come out and said now that baseball is the optimal sport for in-game betting.
It's very interesting. He said the slowness of the game, I'm paraphrasing now, the slowness of the game lends it to creative bets and better bets while you're in-game. And you know what? About a year ago, the slowness was baseball's weakness. Now they're claiming the slowness is baseball's strength.
And I think they're right. I think they're right.
Hey, you gotta...
They've been looking for a way to get...
What a PR switch, huh?
Well, they've been looking for a way to get the younger audiences involved in it, and maybe this will do it. Because now you're going to have 20-year-olds watching baseball all over again.
Well, when they say younger audience, I thought they were trying to go for the teens and the get them while they're young. I don't think they want the teens betting on baseball.
Before sports betting came around, the average age of a baseball viewer on regular TV, cable TV, broadcast TV, was in the 50s.
Sure.
And when they did the Facebook Watch stuff, it was in the 30s.
Interesting.
So now maybe the sports betting will bring it back down from the 30s into the 20s and have a whole new generation of bettors watching baseball.
Sure. But, hey, I guess they have to do something. I guess, they were trying to implement things to move along the game, to make it go quicker. I'm assuming they're going to stop that if they're saying that, the speed is just right for gambling. Well, so what are they going to do? Are they going to have the game move faster, or are they going to slow it down, or are they going to keep it the same pace? I don't know now.
Here's something I was thinking about when I saw this deal in terms of, the deal is they're going to show the in-game statistics. They're going to have exclusive statistics being generated by baseball given directly to MGM. They're going to have the only statistics for in-game betting.
Now, will this be shown on TV? I mean, the statistics.
I don't know about that stuff. I would assume
they have to make
are.
deals with Fox, who has baseball, NBC.
But here's what I was thinking. One of the things that you may see enforced more now because of a betting situation is that pitch clock.
Well, maybe they don't want the pitch clock to go too quickly now.
Well, the thing is, will he get it off before the pitch clock? You can bet on that.
Oh, that's a bet now?
You might have a prop bet like that.
Doesn't the NHL will have NHL will have a bet on the speed of the puck.
That's one of the things.
That's one of the things they're proposing. I wonder if MLB will have speed of the baseball.
Well, think about what they've been showing on baseball in the playoffs. The arc, the angle of departure, the speed of departure, the distance.
I love exit velocity.
That's what I'm talking about.
Velocity.
Someone's going to have that.
So you're going to bet
bet
on exit velocity?
I wouldn't be surprised if you see that. But this deal is all-inclusive, and it's the first one that not only includes the U.S. but a foreign country.
Oh, okay.
First of all, the partnership is you're going to see Play MGM advertised all across the board in Major League Baseball, stadiums, teams, all that stuff.
Okay.
And baseball is going to be giving Play MGM and MGM all the exclusive statistics that we were just talking about, so that they can actually create in-game betting for their players, better than all the other sites. But what I just mentioned outside the United States, they have a deal which goes into Japan.
Wow.
MGM Resorts is trying to get one of the new licenses that are coming out for Japan casinos. There's only a couple of them, so they're trying to finagle get a resort casino in Japan, which would also include the online stuff. So they're going to be doing something.
So by this deal, maybe I'm wrong. I just don't know. Is sports betting legal in Japan?
I don't know.
I don't even know.
What they're doing,
I guess they're planning for it, huh?
What they're doing is they're going to have interactive fan experiences, whatever you want to call those. I don't know what they are exactly. Okay. It's a generic term for anything. It could be betting. I don't know. But they're going to have it throughout the entire country of Japan.
Wow.
For Major League Baseball. And that's one area of the deal that's different than everything else. Moving back into the United States, we have sports betting now in New England.
Wow, and I heard about this, and I hope they do well with it. But it's very surprising when I first heard that this state. I'm teasing it for you. When I heard that this state was going to be the first in New England to offer sports betting, I was shocked. I was absolutely shocked.
I'm not shocked at it because I saw the deal for the lottery before sports betting happened. It was IGT and William Hill. That's a dead giveaway that they're anticipating sports betting at some point there when you see William Hill's name.
Yeah.
And that's what happened in Twin River.
Well, we teased it enough.
Twin River,
Rhode Island.
Lincoln, Rhode Island.
Congratulations, Rhode Island.
Number 7.
Number 7, yep.
They're going to have 2 sports books, as a matter of fact. For those that don't know, I think we talked about this in the last episode of the last show. There's 2 Twin River resorts.
Sure. One in
Twin River casinos, really.
Okay, let me get this right. One's in Lincoln, Rhode Island,
which is where they launched it this past week.
Okay, and the other one, and excuse me if I'm mispronouncing this word wrong, Tiverton,
which is right on the Massachusetts Rhode Island border.
Absolutely,
and that's going.
So all you Patriots fans, Tiverton is actually closer to Foxborough than Foxborough is to Boston.
Yes,
so that's Patriots country there.
And it's also probably going to drag people away from that other casino that's near Foxborough, Plainville, Plain Ridge, whatever it's called.
Sure.
Which doesn't offer anything other than slots and some electronic table games and horse racing when they have it.
Why I was surprised that Rhode Island was going to be the first in New England to get sports betting. I just assumed that Connecticut was going to be the first state in New England to get sports betting because of the, they have Mohegan Sun there, they have Foxwoods.
Proximity to New York.
And, I just assumed that they were going to be the first state. But no, they dragged their feet, and Rhode Island took it over. Good for them.
They're the first in New England. They also have the highest tax rate in the world on sports betting.
Okay.
Oh, in the world.
It's even worse than Pennsylvania?
51%.
Wow. Whoa.
They're taking 51% of the gross gaming revenue
of
all sports betting that comes in.
They're going to make Rhode Island is not a big state, of course, but they're going to make a lot. Proportionally, they're going to make a lot more money than any other state from gambling than, New Jersey or Nevada.
Well, also, the lottery operator, IGT, is going to be making more than the casinos. It's 51% to the state, 32% to IGT.
Okay.
And then 17% to the casino.
Wow. Well,
so it's a crazy thing, and
it gets people in the door.
The one thing I like about Rhode Island is the sports betting, but really what they're doing with the sports betting is going to be interesting coming down the road because since it's through the lottery, they're trying to do sports betting through wherever a lottery is, and that includes sports bars.
Wow, that's interesting. Well, the interesting thing about when you're gambling in New England is Keno is allowed in bars and restaurants. You can purchase a Keno ticket from your bartender and, you can win sitting there having a drink or eating lunch.
Which is different than everywhere else.
Yeah. I mean, in New Jersey, speaking of New Jersey, you have to be in a casino to play Keno.
Yeah. And I don't see that changing anytime soon.
No.
So that's a leg up that Rhode Island may have on New Jersey. It's not going to change the amount of money that's going to be coming into New Jersey. As a matter of fact, I think New Jersey is going to keep growing more so than Rhode Island. I think Rhode Island, from what I understand, the opening day they had 50 people only.
Okay, well, I'm sure, they're getting the word out.
It was a Monday.
Yeah, okay.
following a holiday. A lot of people may not have been.
Well, that could be called a soft opening as well.
Well, it's also a temporary sportsbook.
Okay.
So they're going to have a bigger one
Yeah.
in a couple of months. And in December, they're going to have the sportsbook at Tiverton, too.
Great.
They haven't announced what date that's going to launch, but they're going to have one there, too.
Good for Rhode Island.
And last but not least, we have the creation of the Sports Wagering Integrity Monitoring Association.
Okay. Is this
SWIMA.
like
SWIMA.
SWIMA.
Or SWIMA. I don't know how you
Is
want
this
to do
like a police force?
It's going to be
the wagering cops?
That's basically what it's going to be. It's going to be a collaborative entity to partner with state and tribal gaming regulators, federal, state, and tribal law enforcement, and other companies to detect and discourage fraud and other illegal or unethical activity related to betting on sporting events.
So they're going to police themselves, or are they going to investigate and then hand it over to the gaming authority in
that
the particular
may be what
state
they're doing
kind of thing? Or?
Right now, the only thing they've really done, they formed it, and they've appointed. Here's New Jersey again. They've appointed George Rover as its chief integrity officer. He's a former New Jersey assistant attorney general and deputy director of the Division of Gaming Enforcement, New Jersey.
Oh, great.
So he's going to be running it on the day-to-day affairs.
Yeah, we should try and get him on, see what they want to do, or see how
if they know what they want to do.
Well, yeah, we'll see.
I mean, it's nice seeing them put this together. They've got MGM and Caesars as part of it, so a lot of the operators are getting into it. And quite honestly, especially now that they're involved with the sports leagues, they got to do it.
Yeah. Well, you look, the sports leagues brought this term up, integrity, when they wanted a fee. So, it became a whistle, a dog whistle kind of thing. Yeah, kind of thing in the gaming authorities and the gaming world. So, hey, if they're worried about integrity, I'm glad they're having a.
That's why they wanted
not a police force, but a group that will monitor.
Well, remember, that's why they wanted the integrity fee.
They wanted the integrity.
Now they don't have to worry about integrity.
You don't need an integrity fee.
We're policing everything.
We have an association.
Exactly.
Exit 2.
Going from sports betting to esports. Now, last week we talked about the first-of-a-kind deal of an esports naming rights deal.
And I said Luxor must be ground zero for esports, and apparently I was wrong.
Well, first of all, Luxor's deal, that esports arena out there, is being used for other things. The Alliance of American Football just had their quarterback draft at the Luxor location. So that's actually working out good. They're getting a lot of different events there, and that was an interesting draft. That's a discussion for another time. But here we have the esports stadium in Arlington, Texas, is now the largest dedicated esports venue in North America.
Is it safe to say that I always think of Las Vegas when talking about esports and things like that, but Texas seems to be a bigger esports audience than Nevada or maybe even California. Is that correct? Am I?
Well, there's one big reason. One of the biggest esports companies is owned by Jerry Jones.
Okay.
Complexity Esports, that's the name of it. And there's a lot of untaxable income there too, because of the no state income tax. So a lot of things are happening there. But this is a 100,000 square foot stadium that's going to have a large scale competition space, production studios, training areas, public gaming center. I mean, you're going to have, it's a $10 million venue, going to be able to hold up to 2,500 esports fans.
Wow.
I shouldn't say esports fans, because it could be just about anybody there. And, they can be scaled down to as small as 250 people for an event. And location is perfect for it. They're down the road from the Texas Ranger Stadium. They're right next to the AT&T Stadium where the Cowboys play.
Wow.
Which tells me that maybe Jerry Jones has something to do with this as well, right, off the record or whatever you want to call it. And it's 20 minutes away from Dallas-Fort Worth Airport. So it's
I got to check
location.
these things out. Boy, this thing is really growing. I mean, there's naming rights already to these esports things. They're building things in Arlington, Texas, right next to actual stadiums. They're, would you say, in Asia, they have one of the biggest. China. They have one of the biggest esports, whatever, stadiums or
They had.
Oh, they had. Now this
is much
beats
bigger.
it. This beats it. Okay.
And listen to this. This is the main area where they're going to be having the tournaments. They have a stage with an 85-foot-long LED screen suspended above it.
Wow.
They're going to have cameras everywhere. They're going to have...
It's going to be like Dallas Stadium, the AT&T Stadium, that has the big TV on top of it.
And also they're going to have backstage lounges fully decked out with mini arcades, large TVs, food services, and even a massage table for the esports players.
Wow.
So they're going above and beyond, and they're creating something really nice for the players there. And, you know, it's showing that a lot of people are getting into this esports thing. They're looking to make a really good killing in this.
Yeah, my God. I think there's money to be made in this thing.
Exit 3.
What do you do with drunk curlers? You kick them out. That's basically what happened here. And one was a gold medalist.
Really?
An Olympic champion. Got a team of 4 curlers: Jamie Coe, Ryan Fry, Chris Schill, and DJ Kidby. If you're a curling fanatic, you probably recognize a lot of these names.
I don't know any of those guys.
Ryan Fry was a gold medal winner in the 2014 Olympics.
Okay.
As a member of Team Canada. They were at an event, the World Curling Tour event. It's a traveling event. They go throughout the country of Canada and also all of North America, really. And
so it's like an exhibition of the different curlers from around the country or around the world.
Well, they're playing for medals, cash, all that stuff.
Okay.
It's an actual real tournament.
It's an actual competition.
Yeah, no, this is not for fun. This is basically their league. You know, if you want to call it that.
Okay.
And they have been receiving complaints from opponents and also spectators. They were the team came out to curl and they were extremely drunk. They were breaking brooms everywhere. They were cursing at everybody, not just the other players, but the people in the stands.
By the way, that's the only way I would watch curling.
I would have thought
if those guys were drunk off their ass. Yeah, I'm going to watch it.
I mean that's something that would be amazing. Drunk curling.
Now, does someone have video of this, or was this televised anywhere, or where can I see this?
That's unclear, but they do. I
feel I need to see this.
They kept referring to footage from the locker room, where they damaged the locker room and other teams' equipment as well because they were so drunk in the back before they came out.
Guys are acting like the 74 Flyers. What the hell are they doing?
So they came out drunk.
God, curling.
They didn't even have a chance to curl. And they were kicked out of the event, and a sign was placed at the main board of the arena where they were holding the event, saying that they were kicked out and no longer welcome at future events.
You know, I think a sports network needs to do a reality show around this curling team. Just follow them around. It sounds like it's an amazing sport when they play it.
I think it's probably more fun.
It's a whole different kind of sport when they play it.
It's probably more fun to watch.
Yeah.
So
that's the only way I'll watch curling.
Drunk curling, new sport.
Exit 4.
Rule number 1 of Cricket Fight Club: you do not talk about Cricket Fight Club. Yes, we have a Cricket Fight Club casino busted in Sanyang district in China.
Can I? When you told me this, you said there's a cricket fight club.
You thought the sport?
The English sport, cricket. I thought there were people who played cricket. You know, they have these cricket clubs, and I thought they had a fight club. But no, you're actually talking about the actual
crickets.
Bugs.
Yes,
crickets.
Here's what happened. 3 men are accused of organizing cricket fighting in an underground casino, fetching more than 1 million yen, or yuan, Y-U-A-N. 144,000 U.S. dollars, basically.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was only open a short while. 2 of the guys have been arrested. And I took a little research here. Cricket fighting is a traditional game in China dating back to the Tang Dynasty in 618 to 907 A.D.
Now, are these special crickets? Are these larger than usual crickets? Because when I think of crickets, these things make noise in the bushes and, the woods.
Here's research part 2.
Okay.
2 male crickets are well fed and carefully raised, put together and teased with sticks and enraged to attack each other to the death.
Wow.
I don't know where you can tell when a cricket's enraged.
I didn't know a cricket could be that violent.
They tear each other apart, supposedly.
Wow. Okay. So. Now this is illegal in China, right? This was China?
This was China.
And now this is illegal in China?
Yep.
Now, I guess, is this the equivalent of, like, dog fighting? Do they treat them like...
Dog fighting, cockfighting, everything
So
like that. It's basically
any
the same
animal fighting is... okay, but I just, never thought of crickets.
And here's what they did. The three guys rented an empty apartment in a farm in southern Sonyang, and they were able to get 50 to 80 gamblers each night to watch the fights. One gambler actually bet 3,000 yen on one fight. And the three guys took 5% of all the winnings.
Wow. That's the rake, huh? 5% of cricket winnings, huh?
And within a week, they had attracted over 300 gamblers.
There's got to be nothing to do in the Tang Dynasty. What the hell? No, wait. Where are we at now? The Tang Dynasty is when it started. There's got to be nothing to do there to even think that up. But where's this suburban...
Sonyang district.
Sonyang. Boy, there must be nothing to do. Nothing's on TV that night? You got to watch crickets fight each other?
Well, it's either cricket fighting or esports, probably.
All right. Boy.
Well, you got to remember, gambling is illegal there. I mean, there are no casinos in Japan. No legal poker, no legal casinos.
So it comes down to the crickets, huh?
Yeah, crickets have to pay.
Wow.
So we have the first and only cricket fight club that was broken up by the police.
Well, thank you, Doug. I just want to remind everyone today's trip down the Turnpike is brought to you by Drizzly, your online liquor store. Available in over 95 cities across North America, Drizzly offers a huge selection and competitive pricing with a side of personalized content. Now there's no need to leave the house. Get alcohol delivered in less than an hour by Drizzly. Head on over to drizzly.com and order today. And now get $15 off your first order of $30 or more when using promo code DRINK15 at checkout. That's DRINK15 at checkout. Shop beer, wine, and liquor with drizzly.com.
And don't forget, you can reach out to us at Turnpike Sports by calling or texting us at 609-512-6510. That's 609-512-6510. Hit us up at Turnpike Sports on Facebook or Twitter. And you can email the show at info@turnpikesportsradio.com. Finally, don't forget to order your International Bikini Team calendar. The email address for ordering information is info@internationalbikiniteam.org. And you can catch the show. It's distributed through iHeartMedia. And as I said last week, you can even listen to us through Waze.
I got to check that out.
Yeah.
It'd be weird listening to us on Waze.
Actually,
I use Waze all the time. I got to check it out.
I actually noticed it. There's a little musical symbol there.
Yeah, it's like a musical notes on the upper right-hand corner.
And if you have the iHeartRadio app downloaded onto your phone or your mobile device or your tablet or whatever you're using Waze on, it allows you to select it, and then you can actually access all the podcasts.
Look at that,
And
Waze, you can listen to Turnpike Sports on Waze.
There you
How
go.
appropriate.
Turnpike Sports on the Turnpike.
How appropriate.
And also we're distributed by iTunes. We're on Stitcher Radio and as well as YouTube. And just head on over to turnpikesportsradio.com and click on the podcast button, and you'll be able to catch up on every show that we release there.
Stick around. When we come back, we're going to have our pro picks. I'm going to give you a little tease. Doug's Jets better not let me down this week. Stick around. We'll be right back with more Turnpike Sports. Hey, this is Dave Weishuttle from Turnpike Sports with this week's Bet Flash. MGM Resorts International has become the official gaming partner of Major League Baseball. The deal with MLB includes use of its team's logos, as well as official data to be used in its sports betting operations. The Nevada Gaming Control Board has released the state's sportsbooks numbers for October. According to the board, the Nevada books won $29.5 million from bettors in October, which is down over 6% from this time last year. Baseball was the big earner for the books in October with a win of $8.2 million. And finally, Rhode Island has become the first state in New England to have sports betting. The first sports book opened at Twin River Casino in Lincoln, Rhode Island, and is accepting bets on all professional sports and the NCAA, except for schools located in the Ocean State. Congratulations, Rhode Island. Can't wait to check it out. From the seaside to the desert, from the betting lines to the sites online, Turnpike Sports has got you covered. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at Turnpike Sports.
Free stuff is awesome, but free stuff that will spice up your bedroom is even better. Just go to adamandeve.com and select almost any one item for 50% off, and then we'll load on the free stuff. Just enter this very exclusive code, BABE16 at checkout, and you'll get 10 tantalizing free gifts, including a sexy item for him, a special toy for her, and a third item you'll both enjoy. And for your viewing pleasure, 6 free spicy movies on DVD, plus free shipping! Always sent in discreet packaging. So go to adamandeve.com now. Get 50% off plus 10 free gifts when you enter the exclusive offer code BABE16. Again, that's BABE16. Because without it, no free stuff. That's BABE16 at adamandeve.com.
We'll get right back to the show, but I want to take a minute to talk to you about Bean Genius. How would you like your coffee delivered right to your door every month, maybe 2 times a month? Well, now that can happen with Bean Genius. Bean Genius sells freshly roasted coffee from some of the best independent coffee roasters in the country at beangenius.com. And Bean Genius actually learns their customers' individual taste preferences, then suggests future coffee blends for them. Well, how do they do that? Well, this is the cool thing about Bean Genius. Over at beangenius.com, they use an algorithm which learns the coffee flavors you like and then pairs up what you like with the coffee that they have in stock. And it's all based upon you. Every time you order, the system learns. The system learns your preferences as you go along and order more and more coffee. And now, all our listeners at Turnpike Sports can get a special offer. You head on over to beangenius.com/subscription, and you'll be able to get 10% off your purchase when you use our promo code PIKE, P-I-K-E, at checkout. That's 10% off at beangenius.com/subscription with promo code PIKE, P-I-K-E. beangenius.com, the smart specialty coffee subscription service.
You've been hearing me talk about MyPillow and the benefits of using it to get a good night's sleep, alleviate your sore neck and back, and the special deal you can get for MyPillow through the show. Well, not only can you pick up the special deal for 4 MyPillows when you use promo code CARDS, but now you can get $100 off your purchase of the MyPillow mattress. Yeah, that's right, the MyPillow mattress. The MyPillow mattress comes with a 10-year warranty and a 120-day money-back guarantee. The MyPillow mattress is made up of 3 unique layers, providing you the comfort and support to fall asleep and stay asleep all night. It even has the luxurious Dream Soft cover, which is stain-resistant and stays cool all night. Just head on over to MyPillow.com, click on the MyPillow mattress link, and enter promo code CARDS at checkout to get $100 off your order. Or call 1-800-319-7913 to order by phone. That's MyPillow.com, or call 1-800-319-7913 and use promo code CARDS. Better sleep starts with MyPillow.
I'll bet you $20 I can get you gambling before the end of the day.
No way.
I'll give you 3-1 odds.
Nope.
5-1.
Nope.
10-1.
You're on.
Welcome back to Turnpike Sports. I am Dave Weishattle and joined by Doug Weishattle. And now it's time for our pick segment, and time when I wonder what the hell got into the Cleveland Browns last Sunday, Mike. They blew away the Cincinnati Bengals, which were my pick.
And also the Bengals lost their quarterback, too.
Yeah.
Andy Dalton's out.
Yep. It's not looking good for the Bengals.
No, another good year for the Bengals.
I think I called that a must-win for the Bengals, and they lost.
I don't know. That the Browns played like it was a must-win for them.
Oh, wow.
I guess it might have been a must-win for them. I don't know. I mean,
There's no must-win. You might.
It's a sinking ship, I think, right now this year.
Well, they're turning it around. They got to turn around that culture in Cleveland. But hey, good for the Browns. I feel I should apologize to them. I said they were an awful team, and they proved me wrong.
Well,
for that week anyway.
I don't think it was expressly your statements that got them going, but
yeah, pretty much it. It was a bulletin board. They put my statements up on the locker room door, and
of course, yes. So, all right,
now it's time to do our picks. You all set with that, or you're all good to go? You got your?
I'm good to go.
You usually have paper in front of you. You're going off your phone now.
Yeah,
you have them written down on your or Google Drive on your phone.
Truth be told, I just forgot to print them out.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do?
Exactly.
Well, I just want to remind everyone that this week's Pro Pick segment is sponsored by the Michigan Online Lottery. Choose from over 50 different online lottery games today, including their holiday game, Unwrap the Cash. All online at the Michigan Lottery. Now get free 10 games of Queen of Diamonds when you sign up using our promo code Radio10 at MichiganLottery.com. That's promo code Radio10 at MichiganLottery.com. Must be at least 18 years or older, a Michigan resident, and in Michigan to play online.
So it was 10 free games of Queen of Diamonds.
Queen of Diamonds.
With Radio 10.
Radio 10. Why, didn't I say that clearly?
I don't know. I actually wasn't paying attention.
Okay.
So. No, I was actually
it was a wonderful read. It was beautiful. It was,
brought tears to people's eyes.
I know. Yes, 10 free games of Queen of Diamonds.
More bulletin board material?
Yes.
There you go. Okay. Well, as always, we're going to be doing a pick segment. This is how it's going to work. We each choose 3 games each week, and we go through them one at a time. Sometimes we have 1 or 2 of the same. I don't think we've had 2 of the same. We've had 1 of the same, I think.
Well, I'm not picking the Cincinnati Bengals ever again, so I'm done with that.
No one should. No one should. But we'll go through the picks. They'll be put up on the Turnpike Sports blog after the show is released. Just head on over to turnpikesportsradio.com, click the blog button, and you'll see not only the show is going to be released on the blog as well, but also about an hour or so you'll see the picks where you can comment on them, or you can email us, info@turnpikesportsradio.com, to give us your picks if you want, or whatever, make fun of us, tell us we're wrong, tell us we suck, whatever you want to do.
If you're from Cleveland, tell me how stupid I am.
Starting off, I think we have one game together.
We do, yeah.
And it's going to be the Chicago Bears at the New York Giants. Bears are a 4.5-point favorite with an over-under 45.5. Why don't you go ahead and start?
I went with the Bears on this one because the Giants are baffling to me. They have one of the best running backs in Saquon Barkley. They have the best receiver, and I think in Odell Beckham, and they still find a way to lose a game. They had that game in hand in the first half against the Philadelphia Eagles. They just fed Barkley, and he ran for miles. And then in the second half, they stopped going to him, which I just don't understand. So I think this week is going to be a lot like last week, where the Giants will find a way to lose this game, so I'm going with the Chicago Bears.
Well, I'm going to go with the Bears, too, and I can't disagree with anything you said because the Giants were dominating the Eagles that entire game.
You know, if you're a Giants fan, that's got to be infuriating. Everything was working. It was feeding off of Saquon Barkley, and yet they just stopped giving him the ball.
And it was weird.
Honestly, some people thought he was hurt, but no, he's fine.
And it's hurt to lose a game like that, regardless of who the opponent is, but when it's your division opponent in the Eagles, your hated rival, which I think it's more of a rival between the Giants and Eagles and the Cowboys-Eagles.
Yeah, it's a close one.
And I don't care who's going to be playing for the quarterback for the Bears. It could be Trubisky or it could be Chase Daniel again. Chase Daniel looked great on Thanksgiving. And I just think the Bears are too much of a better team right now than the Giants. And the 4.5 points, that's nothing. I think they're going to, get out there by a touchdown at least.
So you're going with the Bears too, right?
I'm going with the Bears.
All right. Well, my next game is the Los Angeles Chargers at the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers are a 3.5-point favorite with an over-under of 51.5. Look, I love the way the Chargers, and I love the way Phillip Rivers playing. He had an amazing game last week. But I just can't overlook that injury to Melvin Gordon. And when you're playing the Steelers in Pittsburgh, you have to have all your weapons. And this game has so many playoff implications. And saying that when you're back against the wall and, you're playing in Pittsburgh against the Steelers, the Steelers always have the edge. So I'm taking the Steelers and laying the points.
I don't disagree with that. I mean, the Steelers have been up and down all year, but they've been starting to play really well lately. And, you can't...
Well, they lost. Well, they didn't. They had a winning streak of 7 games, and they lost last week, but,
Yeah, their offense has been up and down. So, again, with the injury to the Chargers running back there, I just don't think, the Chargers can really actually do too much there if he's not playing. My next game is the Indianapolis Colts at Jacksonville Jaguars.
Almost went with this.
Colts are a 4-point favorite, and there's an over-under of 47. Now, the two teams come in going in opposite directions. The Jaguars have lost 7 straight games, and the last one, they got killed by the Buffalo Bills. And luckily, I went with Buffalo last week. So
that's right. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I neglected to mention that you went with Buffalo against Jacksonville, and Buffalo beat them up.
And it was Buffalo with their rookie quarterback too, Josh Allen. Or is it? Which one is Josh Allen? Josh Allen is Buffalo.
Yeah,
I keep getting him and the one in Arizona confused. I keep saying want to switch them around there because they have similar names. But
no, but let me tell you something. Jacksonville has had two awful defeats. First, they got smacked around by Buffalo, and then the week before, in a game they probably should have won, the Steelers eked it out.
Yeah,
when they had no reason or right to eke that out, and the Steelers still won.
They were up by 16 against the Steelers.
I don't know which one was more devastating to them.
Honestly, I still think Buffalo was the more devastating one. But then when you think about it, Buffalo came in and beat the crap out of Minnesota that one game too. So Buffalo has the ability to surprise people. But right now, I don't think so here. The Colts have won 5 straight, and they look like they're heading in the right direction.
Andrew Luck looks good.
Yep. And they're going to be facing a Jaguars team led by Cody Kessler now.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a step up from Blake Bortles or a lateral move or a step down. They can't play any worse offensively than they were with Bortles at the helm. And right now, I think maybe the defense steps up a little bit because it's an AFC South rival. But I really don't see them beating the Colts. The Colts have won 5 games straight. Make it 6. I'm going with the Colts.
And Luck has really seemed to be getting stronger each week. I mean, the beginning of the season, it looked like his arm velocity wasn't there, and now I think it's back up to speed. And what he looks like the Luck of old.
Well,
it
takes time.
Luck of old. Hopefully, not the Luck of old, which gets injured all the time. But
I just think Indianapolis Colts fans should be very happy he's playing, and he's playing well, and he hasn't been sacked. That's the key. He hasn't been sacked in the last couple of games.
They've been protecting him. Yeah.
I think in the last 5 games during this 5-game winning streak, he's only been sacked once.
The thing is, when you give Andrew Luck, a healthy Andrew Luck with time, I think can beat every team in the NFL.
I think you have Andrew Luck now with an offensive-minded coach that actually knows how to call plays, because I think Reich was instrumental with that Super Bowl run the Eagles had.
Yeah, but no, I would have gone with that too, Indianapolis. But I didn't take it, so... was a little hesitant. I just don't know what Jacksonville team would show up.
I think right now, anytime I see Jacksonville, I'm going to get.
They'd probably put an L next to it. Yeah. Well, this one I'm frightened of, but you know what? I'm going to do it. I got a good feeling about this. The New York Jets at Tennessee Titans. Tennessee is a 9.5-point favorite with an over/under of 40.5. Look, none of these teams are world beaters. However, Tennessee has a awful offense that really can't blow anyone out. And look, the Jets have covered in the last 2 meetings with the Titans, and I think the Jets have the ability to keep it close. I'm not going to go out on a limb and say they're going to win it, but I like the New York Jets. That 9.5 point, the spread is just way too much. I think the Jets will keep it close. And the over/under is 40.5, which tells me a lot of the books are thinking that this is not going to be a high-scoring game, which, certainly Tennessee is not going to score 40. So I know the Jets are going to keep it close.
Well, being a Jet fan...
You're a Jet fan, I know.
I thank you for the semi-confidence in the team.
It was like the backhanded compliment of all time.
I have to admit, if it was earlier in the season, I would have done the same thing, go with the Jets. But they have the last 6-7 games, they have just looked defeated. I mean, they had a bye week, and quite honestly, in the bye week, and they weren't playing anybody, they were the underdog. So, I mean, that's how bad they've been playing.
Let me tell you something. The first 3 quarters of the Patriots game last week, I mean, the Jets kept it close. They looked good. They were tied going into the 4th quarter, and then all of a sudden the wheels came off. But you know what? Tennessee is not New England, and like I said, I think they're going to keep it close. Hey, you know what? Maybe they'll win. They could win this. They can easily win this.
Well, look, as long as the Jets have toilet bowls as the coach, it's. I was.
By the way,
I was a fan of Bowles when he first came in the first couple of years because he didn't have anything, but he's got stuff now. He's been picking defense every single year, and they've been just getting worse and worse and worse. They're undisciplined. I'm not happy with the team. I like the Darnold pick now because I'm starting to see some things in him that you see in other franchise quarterbacks, but. Until they get probably a better coach in there, You got to think.
By the way, you're a Jets fan, and I'm the only one that put a futures bet on the Jets. They were over-under of 6, so I'm a little worried about it right now. But,
I bet on the Jets in Borgata's opening day.
Oh, did you? Did you? Okay. Did you get 6 too? 6, the over-under for games won?
No, I did the Super Bowl thing. I did 75 to 1 odds.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
No, I went what I thought was a more reasonable future bet, which the over and under of how many games they'd win this year was 6, and I went with the over. So, hey.
They may not make 6.
Yeah, I know it's not looking too good, but
no. Maybe they'll make 6 wins against the spread.
But let's go Jets. So,
well, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
My last game of the week, the Carolina Panthers at Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Panthers are a 3.5-point favorite with an over-under of 55.5. I've been basically betting on Carolina off and on all year, and they haven't disappointed me so far. Tampa Bay's been showing flashes all year of good offense, really good defense at times too, but they not enough to be consistent and win. They started off really good with Fitzpatrick. He started floundering. They put Jameis Winston in. He's inconsistent. He'll throw multiple interceptions. Just as easy as he'll throw multiple touchdowns. So you don't really know what you're going to get with him in the backfield. I just think Carolina is a much better team at this point. They're not. They're on the road in Tampa Bay, and they're not as good on the road as they are at home. But Carolina, I just think they're going to win this comfortably in Tampa Bay.
I hate to call it a must-win, but Carolina had 2 losing weekends before coming into this game, and I think they really got to get on track. Well, I think they will.
Here's also another thing. The over-under is 55.5. The last time these teams played, this final score was 42-28. So that's 70 points.
Hey, go with the over.
That's what that would be my additional recommendation here is go with the Panthers. I think they're going to win easily. And then the over with this because it's going to be a shootout. The defenses don't seem to play well against each other. And I don't know why that is, but, again, my pick is Carolina. And if you want, I'd go with the over. So 55.5, they scored 70 last time. Go with that. All right, recapping, you did?
I did the Pittsburgh Steelers, Chicago Bears, and the New York Jets.
And I went with the Indianapolis Colts, Chicago Bears, and the Carolina Panthers. And as I said at the top of the segment, these picks will be put up on the Turnpike Sports blog after this show is released. Just head on over to turnpikesportsradio.com as my voice gives out completely in that one little statement there, and I apologize for that. Damn you, jury duty. Got me sick. But, again, it'll be turnpikesportsradio.com. Head on over to the blog button, and you'll see all these picks posted there, and you can comment on them, email us, tweet at us, Facebook them. We'll put them there.
And I just want to remind you that this week's Pro Pick segment was sponsored by the Michigan Online Lottery. Choose from over 50 different online lottery games today, including their holiday game, Unwrap the Cash, all online at the Michigan Lottery. And now get 10 free games of Queen of Diamonds when you sign up using our promo code RADIO10 at themichiganlottery.com. That's promo code RADIO10 at michiganlottery.com. Must be at least 18 years or older, a Michigan resident, and in Michigan to play online.
All right, everybody. Have a good weekend. Enjoy the games, basketball, football, hockey, whatever you're watching, whatever you're betting on.
Yep. Hope you make a lot of money. You got some suggestions for us to make our picks with. Please send them. We need all the help we can get.
Info at turnpikesportsradio.com, folks.
See you next time on the Turnpike.